All right, baby, it's Cancer season. Cancers are one of my faves. I feel like most of my best friends are Cancers. I have no water in my chart, so anyone that's a water sign, I am very drawn to them because I am emotionless. Cancer is a sign of the crab. It's very that. They have the hard shell, the hard exterior, and whenever they feel nervous or scared, they tend to retreat. So all of my Cancer friends, if they're overwhelmed with work or stressed out, they definitely kind of isolate themselves. And another thing that I love about Cancer is that they tend to be very nostalgic. They tend to like listen to old music that makes them feel happy and warm and fuzzy inside. So whenever I hear someone talking really, really fondly about the past, I'm like, you gotta be a Cancer. It's the sign of home and family life, and they definitely value close relationships. So for Cancer season, I'm doing the one, the only Lana Del Rey. So she's been working a lot with Etienne Ortega. I hope that's how you say his name. She's been working a lot with him lately, and I'm loving the glam that they've been doing. So we're gonna copy one of those looks. On my skin, I have the Farmhouse Fresh Pink Dusk Illuminating Peptide Serum for this nice little glow. I love how he does everybody's skin. I'm not sure exactly the techniques that he uses, but I'm gonna underpaint for this one. Underpainting I've been really into lately. It's just gonna give a really nice natural look and natural finish. And for that, I'm gonna use my RCMA palette. It looks dirty, but I just use it on myself, so don't judge me. So I'm gonna take the darkest color in here with a little spatula, place it on my palette, and then I'm just gonna go in the contour areas. So when you do this before foundation, it just gives a really nice, soft, diffused look, and you don't have any harsh lines, which sometimes I wanna look fierce, you know? But she always tends to look very soft. And this is just a brush from mykitco. I love this for contour. It's literally perfect. The size, it just fits into every little nook and cranny. I'm also going to take some on a flat brush just to outline my lips. Give me that Lana pout. Honestly, when you think about it, Summertime Sadness is such a like Cancerian song. Just emotional, every feeling possible coming up to the surface. Perfect. Now that I look 10 shades of insane, I'm gonna go in with my concealer. This is my St. Minerals Peptide Concealer. You know I love it. This is a definite trust the process here. Nars Creamy Concealer. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my foundation now. I think I'm gonna use Estee Lauder Double Wear. I haven't used this in a while. This used to be my holy grail, my go-to, so we're gonna use that. I always have a little metal palette that I use. I think I've told you guys this. I don't like to put stuff on my hands that much. Oops, whoa, that's way too much. But you wanna know what the nice thing about the palette is? We'll just scoop it back in. And again, this is my own. Obviously, do not do this if you're working on the client because that's disgusting. Grab my MAC 190 foundation brush. So for this, I'm going to mostly focus on the areas that don't have any product on it already. And then once there's barely anything left on my brush, then I will go over the contour areas. So I have not grabbed any more product. I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender. And yes, I'm using an actual beauty blender today, not the booty blender, simply because I don't have it by me. I still love it though. I sprayed a little bit of the Danessa Myricks Dewy Forever Setting Mist. I like to use that versus water sometimes, especially when it's hot AF in Texas. Any amount of holding power is key. So I'm just gently blending this out. I'm softly starting to diffuse the contour areas. Okay, so now that I blended that out, I'm gonna go back in with my foundation brush and grab just the smallest amount of foundation. Just tap it over the contour. For the nose, I'm starting on the edges and I'm flicking inwards. When you're going inwards, you are blending the contour in towards where you want the thinnest part of your nose to be. So it's all just going to help to make everything look teeny tiny. Going back in with my beauty blender. I should have done the blush underneath as well, but it's fine. I'm gonna use my blursh, my Made by Mitchell Can't Cope with Coral. I feel like he puts her blush kind of low, at least in the pictures that I looked at. So I'm gonna do the same. The color he uses is definitely a little bit darker, but this will be fine for a base. I can always go in with a darker peachy powder. For her brows, they're always thick and fluffy and kind of full. So I'm gonna go in with some brow gel and just separate my hair out. So did we ever figure out why Lana was working at Waffle House? I feel like maybe we did, and I can't remember what it was, the reason behind it was. I've been using this a lot lately. It's from Billion Dollar Brows. It's the Microblade Effect. It's a Microblade Effect brow pen. I use it just as kind of a base. And then I'll go in and fill in the rest of my brows with my brow butter. I'm gonna leave it like that for now. I feel like her eye look is almost a little bit bridal, TBH. So that's cute. You can never go wrong with that look. It's just nice and classic. Okay, for the eyes, I'm gonna use the Kevyn Aucoin Contour Powder in Light. Everything in the picture that I'm looking at is very cool toned, so this is the perfect shade to get that look. Use this on a MAC 224. And I'm just gonna go in the crease area, but I'm gonna bring it down a little bit on my lid. He almost does, I don't wanna say a cut crease, but I'm gonna go in with some light, I'm gonna go in with a lighter cream product to really make the lid color pop. So I don't need to be too neat about getting it precisely in the crease. If you can see, I'm kind of blending it inwards towards my nose, just so that and my nose contour, it all looks cohesive. Just flows like the water that is Cancer season. It's good for starters. Might build it up a little bit later. I'm gonna go with Danessa Myricks ColorFix. This is in Nude 3. I love these. They're waterproof. They are amazing. I use them for every makeup application that I do here in Texas, especially in the summer. Anything waterproof is absolutely essential. This is a Made by Mitchell brush. I am going to use this on my lid. So like I said, this is not like exactly a cut crease, but it's just to define the lid a little bit further. Again, I don't need it to be incredibly crisp and perfect. I'm just gonna extend it a little bit in the inner corner as well. Okay, don't judge me. But I'm gonna go with my Anastasia, oh fuck, what is this called? Modern Renaissance palette. You probably have it laying around collecting dust somewhere. I'm gonna use the Tempera shade, this light little beigey kind of banger of a color. I'm gonna spread that all over my lid. Also going to bring this into my inner corner. All right, now for the liner. She definitely enjoys a cat eye. Same. Okay, for under the eyes, I'm gonna use MAC Teddy. It's a brown kohl pencil. Any one will do. I'm gonna blend that out a little bit using a pencil brush. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and set everything with powder. So I'm gonna use my beauty blender just to make sure nothing is creased, because I don't want to set that into place. Using my St. Minerals Mineral Veil on a puff. For the contour, I'm gonna go in with St. Minerals Pressed Powder in 06. Load up my brush here. Okay, I feel like the blush is still looking pretty light. So I'm gonna go in with a darker color in this palette. This is from Mehron, these darker nude colors here. For highlighter, I'm gonna use a little bit of Danessa Myricks Do It. It's a balm. The rest of this look is really matte, so I needed a little bit of something, something. You know what I'm saying? For the lashes, her artist used very winged out. They might even be a half lash, so I'm gonna use these. This is Lashes in a Box, number 27. I'm gonna cut them in half, and I'm gonna use the shorter half on the outside because I got teeny little eyes. So I'm gonna go in with some mascara, really load it up here. Okay, these brows, I gotta fix them. They're way too thin and way too light. So let's do that. Going with my brow butter. And finally, the lips are the real piece de resistance. Etienne has his own makeup line, so I don't have those products. We're just gonna dupe those. So he uses one shade that is very much like a mauve kind of color. I'm gonna fill in my lips with this. This is made by Mitchell, Love with Life. I already know this is too light, but we're committed. Now I'm going in with Honeysuckle. This is a dark brown. I'm gonna use this color. It's by St. Minerals, limited edition. It might be out again. I want it to be just a little bit brighter, so I'm gonna go in with this. This is a Queen Cosmetics Lip Plumping Gloss. I feel like I just need a little bit more of like a pop of nude in the middle. All right, I don't know if I'm looking like Mother Lana, but yeah, this is basically her look, which is also very similar to a bridal look, like I said. Classic, beautiful, nostalgic, dare I say. I'm gonna be off, probably listening to some old school playlists, feeling sentimental, and connecting with my friends. So I hope you had a wonderful Cancer season. Until next time.